So you're going to have to excuse the mess and the state of me, because I've just been at work all day and I've come home and it's been roasting hot, melting, and I've got a little job to do and show you on the bike. We've got the Freesky Alaska Pro, I think it's M-520 or 5. Put it on the screen for you anyway. But yeah, I've been sent this little package. It's a rear rack package. It comes with all the nuts and bolts and screws, and it comes with the rear rack as well. So I'm going to put the mud guards on, I'm going to put the rear rack on, and yeah, just pretty much show you how it works. This rack retails, or the whole package retails, £100. It fit the Warrior Pro or the Alaska Pro. So yeah, let's get it on the back of this. I've got to test ride this bike over the weekend, and I need to be able to put my luggage on it, and we might find a few puddles on the way, so I want to try and keep the mud and the dirt out of my face if I can. That's why I'm putting it on there. So the rear rack and the mudguard fits on this little screw. Now I've got no instructions for this, I'm going to make this up as I go along. So I'm going to put the mudguards on first, then I'm going to put the rear rack over the top. So this goes onto this little tiny screw on the back here. It's an Allen key, so we're going to take the Allen key out, take the screw out, screw the mudguard on. It's a massive mudguard, look at the size of it, it's huge. Yeah, but I'm going to put it on, and then it should stop all that rubbish ending up in my face. So we're just going to put the screw back in through the hole. I know you can't see me, but it's obvious what we're doing, and I'll show you it up close once I've done it. And then we've got these metal frames. I don't know which one goes with which, but I thought we've got 3 of them. That must be one for the front, I'm guessing, and these are both the same. So I'm guessing there's two on the front and 1 on the back. Ah, no, there's 2 on the back, because we've got 2 holes on the back here. So we need to get these 2 big ones, I think, and we need this little bag of bits and pieces. And what I'm guessing is one of these goes over the top like that, so it's like a little plastic thing going over the top there, and then we've got a little silver metal one like this, and the little silver metal one's going to clamp that in there like that. Yeah, that's how we think we're going to make it work. And then all I've got to do is work out whether it goes inside or outside. Right, so I've decided that it goes on the outside. It definitely goes on the outside, which also means I've got to take the actual thing back off and attach them first. So this is all the beauty of doing something without instructions, is you learn as you go along. We do a little bit of work on this part first, and then we can put it together. So they go over the top, little metal thing goes on the inside, like a little washer, and then the metal is screwed to the outside with some screws. So as you can see, we've got 2 little screws that go through the plastic, and then they go into the little metal plate on the bottom there. Simples. Okay, so it then goes back on. This is the easier part, I think. Now we've sussed out where it all goes. We just need to line them metal bars up with the screws on the back. Where the screws go and hold this in place. Ah, they go in the same holes, do they? Ah, interesting. So what I've decided to do is run into my garage and get a larger washer, because it comes with some very small washers, but I feel like a slightly bigger 20mm penny washer would do the job a lot better. And as the rack might not be staying, because we're hoping to be getting a Warrior, the rack might be coming off and going on the other one. So that's one on that side. Do the same on the other side. do is nip the front one back up again, which should be about there. Back one is on and nice and secure. Fantastic. Right, let's move up to the front. Right, so let's get this one on and do the same thing this side. So we're going to have a little black plastic clip, 2 little screws. I've gone for the slightly shorter screws. The longer screws I'm putting in the frame, and the shorter screws I'm putting into the plastic. Again, 2 screws, little silver bracket for the back, little plastic bracket for the front. Clip the front one onto the frame like that, and then this goes onto the 2 holes in the back of the mudguard. Metal frame on the inside. So yeah, I've fixed that in there. You can see little metal brackets on the inside where the screws coming through, and then the 2 screws are in the top with the plastic bracket, and then that's adjustable then once it goes on. It's going to go through the wheel onto this nut that holds the light on. So we've got a 10mm spanner. I'm going to undo that, take the nut off, slide the mudguard on, hook it onto the little bracket, put the nut back on, and then we'll tighten that up once it's in place. I think that's pretty in place where it is now, to be honest. Allen key in the front to hold it, stop it from going round, and then we just nip up the nut on the back. And then this metal frame, there's 2 small lugs that I can see in the back of the frame. So just take these little plastic clips out the back, just on the back of the frame there. There's 2 little tiny little plastic push-in buttons. I'm thinking these 2 and a screwdriver, hopefully. So let's give this a try and see if this works with these screws. Do we need a washer? I think we'll put a little washer on the front as well. If you know me, I always do things very, very randomly. So I changed the mind and I went for the Allen bolts instead. Definitely better using an Allen screw. I think these are called machine screws, cap heads machine screws. So yeah, goes on pretty well. So that's the front mudguard on. Let's have a little look at this rear rack now. Right, so we had a bit of a change of plans. The screws I put in the back plastic bits, I had to change for the actual screws with the PZ2 or the posi drive or the Phillips that's in there. I had to change them over for them because I needed the other screws to go in the side. The smaller screws are the ones that went into the actual frames. So yeah, I've had to take them out and redo them. So right, let's put this rack on the back. The rack should be quite simple. There are 2 holes in the side of the frame, and then all you've got to do then is line it up, put the washers and the screws in place, and that should be enough to hold it on. So we're going to put a washer over our Allen screw. We're going to put one in to keep it in place, and then we'll move on to the next one. So I found it easier to put the back 2 in first before the front 2. So that's maybe a bit of a tip for you. Yeah, get them 2 in first, one other side, and then the front one. You just have to push it to line it up. It just needs a little bit of lining up, and then in goes the screw. And it comes with a reflector. Reflectors there. You've got some little cap-headed nuts like that, and they just go in the back through the reflector. It's got top and bottom written on it, and then that gives you then your reflector. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move my backlight and put my backlight down there, because then I've got a light on the back instead of the reflector. Don't forget, like and subscribe, give us that thumbs up. And I know it was a bit of a muddle puddle, but yeah, it's all on and it's working. Sorted.